everyone, so our next fluency lesson of the week. So again, we're following the same structure of stuff and it's just slightly been changed. So here I've got two tens frames. I want you to tell me how many I've got in my tens frames and how you know that. So I have got 16 in these tens frames this time, and we might know that by seeing that we have got 10 in our top tens frame because it is completely full. Then you can either count the second tens frame and know that we've got 6 there, or you can see that we have got another row that is completely full, and that row is 5. So we have got 10 and then 5 and then 1, which makes 16 altogether. So how many more than 10 have I got? How many more than 10? So I have got 6 more than 10 because I have got one full tens frame and then I've got 6 more to make 16. So I have got 6 more than 10. How many less than 20 have I got? How many less than 20? So I have got 4 less than 20, and we can work that out by seeing that if our tens frames were both full, then we would have 20, but because one of them is not full, it is missing 4, so we know that we've got 4 less than 20. How many would I need to get rid of to have 15? How many of those counters would I need to take away to have 15 counters? Okay, so 15 we know would be 3 full rows, and I've got one more than that. So I would just have to take away one of those counters to have 15 in total. So well done if you said that. Okay, next one, back to our dice again. So I've taken away the 4s this time, so now we have only got the 1s, 2s and 3s. And I've got a few questions on the board instead of just letting you make up numbers. So what is the biggest number, the biggest amount you can make using 3 dice? What is the biggest amount you can make using 3 dice? So if we ever have a question like this where it wants you to find the biggest amount using a few different dice, number cards, you need to think which are the biggest ones. So you need to use the 3 biggest dice to make the biggest number. So our biggest dice are the 3s. So we want to use all 3 of the 3s. And if we add 3 together 3 times, we get 9. So 9 is the biggest number we can make with 3 dice. So again, different style. What is the smallest number you could make with 3 dice? So following the same structure, this time you want to use the 3 smallest dice. So have a think and tell me which is the smallest number you can make using 3 of the dice. Okay, so the smallest dice are the 1s, so we want to use all 3 of those 1s, and the smallest number we can make is 3. Right, last question on the board. What number do you make if you use 1 of each dice? So if we were to add together 1 of each dice, what total would we get? What would that equal? So we need a 1, we need a 2, and we need a 3, and if we add them together, we get 6. So 6 is the number that you make if you use 1 of each dice. Okay, back to our fruit. So same structure, we are filling in those sentences. So how many strawberries are there? How many pears? How many more strawberries than pears? And then fill in those 3 sentence stems at the bottom of the page. Okay, so I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each row of my strawberries, and I've got 3 rows, so we can count enough 5s. Got 5, 10, 15 strawberries. I have got 8 8 pairs. 15 strawberries and 8 pears. So there are 7 more strawberries than pears. If we've got 15 and then we've got 8, there are 7 more strawberries than pears. And if you want to fill in those sentences at the bottom, 15 is 7 more than 8. 8 is 7 less than 15. The difference between 15 and 8 is 7. Okay, so again with our balancing scales, so we have got a 9 on the left-hand scale, so we need to think what 2 numbers can balance, add together to make 9. So have a pause, have a think. Okay, so we can make 9 with an 8 and a 1, a 7 and a 2, a 6 and a 3, a 5 and a 4, and then we can do all of those the other way around as well. So well done if you said any of those answers. So then on our second scale, we have got our main number is 12, and it is made up of 3 numbers, one of those being 5. So what could the other 2 be? Have a go. Okay, so we know that we have already got the 5, so we need to add 7 on to make 12. 7 add 5 makes 12, but we need to split that 7 up into 2 numbers because we've got 3 numbers on that side. So we could have 5 add 6 add 1, we could have 5 add 2, we could have 5 add 4 add 3, we can switch them the other way around, we could have 5 add 7 add 0. So well done if you said any of those examples. Right, and our last one, our matching up. I will tell you now that there are sets of 3. So you want to find which 3 are the same, which 3 cards are the same. And there are 3 sets of 3. Okay, so if we have a look, our first number is 14. So we need to find the pairs of 14. So if we look across to the top row, no, that's got too many. That says 12. Second row, 1, 10 and 6 ones. No, that's not 14. So, but if we look at our third column on our second row, that has got 1, 10 and 4 ones. So that makes 14. And then we want to find the other pair for it. So if we look along the bottom row, we've got 1, 10 and 2 ones. No. We've got 16. No. But our last one says 1, 10 and 4 ones. So we can match those 3 together. Then if we look across at our top row again, our second number, we have got 1, 10 and we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. 1, 10 and 6 ones make 16. So we need to find the representations of 16. So again, if we look across, we've got 12 there, so that doesn't match. If we go into our second row, we have then got 1, 10 and 6 ones, which does match, so we can link them up. Then we've got something in the middle, that doesn't show 16. We've already matched up that 14. If we go on the bottom row, we got 1, 10 and 2 ones, no. But our middle one on our bottom row says 16, so we can match them together. Brilliant. And then our last set we have got is 12. So if we just double check that all of the ones we've got left over show 12. So we've got our third one on our top row says the word 12. Our middle one on our middle row has got 1, 10 and 2 ones, so that is 12. And our first one on our bottom row says the words 1, 10 and 2 ones, so that makes 12 as well. So they can all match together.